South Carolina, with its deep-rooted history, misty swamps, and shadowed coastlines, has long been steeped in ghostly tales and legends. From its colonial past to Civil War battles, the state is said to be teeming with restless spirits. The humid air seems to cling to whispers of old hauntings, while moss-draped trees and ancient oaks provide the perfect backdrop for eerie encounters and spectral figures, stirring a sense of mystery that lingers across its quiet towns and historic sites. Now we will visit the most haunted places of South Carolina. Number 1. Poogan's Porch. Poogan's Porch, a charming and historic restaurant nestled in Charleston, South Carolina, is known not only for its southern cuisine, but also for its reputation as one of the most haunted places in the state. Located in a quaint, Victorian-style house on Queen Street, Poogan's Porch has become famous for its ghostly residents who seem to share the space with visitors and staff, creating an eerie, unforgettable experience. With its warm yellow exterior and antique furnishings, the restaurant radiates southern hospitality by day, but by night, it's said to hold an otherworldly charm that draws curious onlookers and ghost hunters alike. The building was originally constructed in 1888 as a residence and has a rich history filled with life, loss, and legends. It was converted into a restaurant in 1976 and named after a friendly stray dog, Poogan, who adopted the porch as his favorite resting place. Poogan became a beloved fixture of the place, greeting visitors as they came and went. When he passed, the owners decided to honor him by naming the restaurant in his memory. Although Poogan was loved by everyone, he isn't the only one said to linger there. One of the most well-known ghostly residents of Poogan's Porch is a woman named Zoe St. Ahmed, who lived in the home with her sister, Elizabeth, in the early 1900s. Zoe was a spinster schoolteacher who adored her sister deeply. When Elizabeth passed away, Zoe was heartbroken, and it's said that she never truly recovered from the loss. Her mental health began to decline, and she became reclusive, rarely venturing outside. In 1954, Zoe herself passed away, leaving the home that had been her refuge. But according to many witnesses, Zoe's spirit remains. Many visitors and staff members have reported seeing an apparition of a woman in a long, old-fashioned dress wandering the halls, looking lost and confused. Some say she appears to be looking for something or someone. It's believed she's searching for her beloved sister, Elizabeth, unable to find peace even in the afterlife. Some diners have reported glimpsing Zoe through mirrors or at the foot of the staircase, her face pale and expression sorrowful. Others have felt sudden, inexplicable cold spots or the feeling of being watched while dining, as though Zoe is standing just nearby. Zoe's ghostly appearances are often accompanied by other strange occurrences. Dishes sometimes rattle without cause, lights flicker on and off, and doors mysteriously open or close on their own. Some staff have even claimed to hear whispers, particularly on quiet nights when the restaurant is nearly empty. Footsteps can be heard echoing through empty rooms, and the soft sound of crying or murmuring has been reported, adding to the eerie ambience that envelops Poogan's Porch after dark. Even more chilling are the encounters that some visitors have had with Zoe's spirit up close. One of the most famous stories involves a woman visiting from out of town who was staying in a nearby hotel. In the middle of the night, she was awakened by a loud banging noise coming from her bathroom. When she opened the door, she saw an elderly woman dressed in old-fashioned clothing standing there, staring at her. The woman screamed, and the figure vanished, leaving her shaken and bewildered. When she described the apparition to locals, they told her it sounded like Zoe. Stories like this have solidified Poogan's Porch as one of Charleston's most haunted spots. Another tale speaks of visitors who, while eating on the porch, feel a tug at their clothes or hear a soft whimpering, as if Poogan himself is still making his rounds, checking on the guests. Some people even claim to see a small ghostly dog curled up on the porch. These sightings have led people to believe that both Poogan and Zoe continue to guard the house they called home, lingering between worlds. Over the years, Poogan's Porch has embraced its haunted reputation, and many patrons visit as much for the ghostly tales as they do for the food. While some come out of curiosity, others leave with eerie memories, convinced they've encountered something otherworldly. Poogan's Porch stands as a place where the past and present intertwine, where the spirits of Charleston's history live on, and where the thin veil between the living and the departed seems almost tangible. Number 2. Cypress Gardens. Cypress Gardens, a historic site in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, is famous for its serene beauty and eerie tales of hauntings. Originally opened in 1931, Cypress Gardens is a 170-acre preserve filled with cypress and tupelo trees, lush gardens, and dark swamps where alligators, birds, and other wildlife roam. Its history is as rich as its scenery, with plantations, gardens, and even Civil War remnants scattered across the grounds. But along with the beauty, legends say spirits linger in these swamps and paths, as whispers of haunted happenings have captured visitors' imaginations for decades. One of the most well-known stories from Cypress Gardens is about a mysterious woman often seen in the fog along the lake. Described as wearing a long, flowing dress from another era, this apparition is known as the Lady of the Lake. Visitors and staff have claimed to see her pale figure near the water, sometimes gliding over it or disappearing into the mist. According to local legend, this spirit is a former plantation resident who died tragically near the lake. Though the exact details of her story remain unclear, many believe she drowned or met a terrible fate that has bound her to the grounds. Sightings often happen early in the morning or late at night, and those who've encountered her say a feeling of sadness seems to linger in the air after she vanishes. Cypress Gardens has a dark past tied to slavery, as it was once part of a larger plantation system. During the 18th and 19th centuries, enslaved people lived and worked in this area, enduring hardships. Today, some areas of the garden are rumored to be haunted by spirits from that time. People report strange noises coming from the woods, like the sounds of chains dragging, soft murmurs, or footsteps echoing through the empty trees. Some visitors have even claimed to feel as though they're being watched or followed, though they see no one there. Staff working after dark have shared stories of spotting figures that vanish when approached. One chilling tale describes the sighting of a shadowy figure in the same spot on several nights, a spot rumored to be where enslaved people were once buried. Sensitive visitors and paranormal enthusiasts often report a heavy, sorrowful feeling when passing through this area, leading some to believe that spirits are still tied to the grounds. Cypress Gardens is also known for the eerie sounds of children laughing, though no children are present. Many visitors and staff members have reported hearing this laughter in the gardens and the woods. Local lore suggests that the laughter comes from the spirits of children who died during a yellow fever epidemic that swept through the region in the 1800s. Some say the sounds can be heard most clearly around the children's garden, though it is now just a quiet section with plants and paths. The laughter is said to echo in a way that's hard to pinpoint, creating an unsettling experience for anyone who hears it. Visitors claim that hearing this disembodied laughter is one of the most chilling experiences of the gardens. Another strange phenomenon commonly reported at Cypress Gardens is the appearance of floating orbs. These glowing balls of light, often seen at night, hover over the swamp and dart between the trees. While some skeptics believe these could simply be reflections or insects, others insist that the orbs have an unearthly quality. Paranormal investigators who have visited Cypress Gardens report that these orbs often appear on camera and behave erratically, moving in patterns that defy logical explanations. One more spine-tingling feature of Cypress Gardens is the presence of unexplained cold spots. Visitors frequently feel sudden drops in temperature, even on warm days. These cold spots seem to appear at random, especially in areas associated with the garden's tragic past. For example, the spot where the Lady of the Lake is most often seen is known to become significantly colder than the surrounding air, as if haunted by her memory. Other cold spots are found near the remnants of old structures, such as the brick steps leading to what was once a small plantation house. Cypress Gardens has become a popular spot for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts who visit in hopes of encountering the spirits that supposedly roam there. Many believe the area is a thin place where the boundary between the living and the dead is faint, allowing these ghostly apparitions to emerge more easily. Equipment like EMF detectors, spirit boxes, and infrared cameras are often used, and several groups have claimed to capture evidence of the supernatural. In spite of the ghostly tales, Cypress Gardens is a place of incredible beauty by day. Its haunting atmosphere only adds to its mystique, drawing visitors who hope to catch a glimpse of its spectral residents. While the stories may not be for everyone, they remain a fascinating part of the garden's legacy and continue to attract those intrigued by the paranormal.